I did a video a few days ago about how I put my contact lenses in using one hand, and I got a comment back about like how I do it, and there's not really a specific way that I do it. I've had 6 years of practice of learning how to do things using one hand because I've got one hand that works okay and the other hand that doesn't work that well. So I just sort of wanted to show you a little bit more of the technique of how I use one hand, this hand, to do things. So to show you, I have the contact lenses that are a little bit harder to put in there, the non-tinted ones, and they're actually quite annoying to get in, but I'll show you those. So the way I do it, I sort of try and I get it on my hand just here, and I try and scoop my finger under the back of it and make sure that the whole thing is completely rounded and none of the corners are sitting down onto my hand there. So I just scoop it under there, if I can get it. See, it's completely rounded there. And then I pull the eyelash down, I look up a little bit, and then they're in. These ones are a little bit more creepy. They're purple, but not tinted at all. They're actually really weird because I can see the ring around them, and after a while they start to make my eyes hurt. But that's those ones, and I'll show you my non-tinted purple in the other eye just to show you what the difference is between the two and how I do that, because this contact I find is a lot more, it feels a lot more solid inside my eye, and the tinted one is not as solid. So I hope that makes sense. So I've got the tinted one just here, and I do the same thing. It's a little bit easier to get the thicker one, the one that's in my eye at the moment, to get that in because it sort of stays in the scoop a lot easier, if that even makes sense. But yeah, so that's this one. Just put it in the little scoop like that. I raise it down. Okay. Yeah. I almost got that wrong. That's my fault for not having a mirror in front of me. But as you can see, that one's in there and then that one's in the other. And I'm thinking, I look pretty creepy with one in one eye and one in the other eye. I'd probably freak a few people out. But then when I take them out, I just pull it down and I sort of just like that. It's really hard when I don't have a mirror in front of me. Usually I have the mirror in front of me, but I hope that helps. I'm not really sure what sort of contact lenses they are. I bought them at Price Attack. You know, you'd probably buy them at some some hairdressers might sell them, body piercing places sometimes sell them. These aren't a they're not prescription or anything, which I probably should stop wearing them because I need my glasses, but I don't know, it adds to the effect. So, and then I've got this one. I'll show you how I get that one out. This one's a little bit harder, but yeah, you just got to make sure you sort of put your fingers and your thumb all the way in. Like, don't be afraid to touch your eye, because a lot of people are sort of scared to touch their eye, and you know that you'd be fine to put contact lenses in when without contact lenses you're fine to do this. So I'm a little bit strange. I dropped my lid for my case. So if you're comfortable with doing that to your eye, and if you get, say if you go to the optometrist or to a doctor that needs to put drops in your eyes or something, and you're the person that squints, that not really, I don't like it, sort of pulls away. That I find, like, I've been wearing contacts for about I don't know, a couple of years. I sort of wear them on and off. They're only coloured contacts. They're not for any other reason but to have different coloured eyes. But you know what? If you look different sometimes, then that's why I wear them. So, funny enough, funny story. On my brother's birthday a couple of years ago, alright, he's known me for 23 years. And on his birthday, after an hour, I was wearing these bright blue contact lenses, and as you can see, my eyes are not even close to blue, but they're freakishly bright blue. And after an hour, my brother had not noticed, and I said, "Did you notice anything different?" He goes, "No." And I said, "My eyes, what about your eyes? What's wrong with them?" They're blue. Haven't they always been that color? Yep, very, very, very funny conversation with my brother, thinking that my eyes have always been bright blue. But I think men just tend not to be quite as observant as women are, so go the females. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. I'm not an expert at contacts at all, but this is just what I know, and I've had 6.5 years in a wheelchair to learn how to do most things just using the one hand. So it's a little bit harder to understand and to explain that to somebody, like, okay, this is how you do things one-handed. I'm trying to think of a example, but I can't think of anything at the moment. Yep, I'm completely stuck, but I think I'm gonna leave it at that, and I hope I've been somewhat helpful in my description of that. Any other questions about my contact lenses? I don't think I can help you with any more questions, but I hope I might have helped. So give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. So ciao.